Hi, welcome to Uniquely Female Troubles. My name is Leslie Wells. Today I'm going to read you an original poem that I wrote on April 19th of 2025, just 10 days ago. It's called The Shadow of the Castle Wall. The tide rolls in, reaching no further than it usually does, no more or less often than can be found on a chart. Many feet from the sand of the beach towered the ruins of a castle. No one lives there anymore. But someone alive is still trying to heal from the life lived between those stone walls. People thought she was the queen of the castle, sitting next to her queen. That was the role she played in public. In private, she wasn't a queen, barely a wife, less than a concubine, merely a slave. A sex slave, a plaything the king owned. While the tide rolled in and out twice a day, never approaching the castle. After 22 years, the queen / wife / concubine / slave / thing ran away and never came back. So the king left and found a new queen and wife who might be also a concubine, slave, thing, or not. I hope with all my heart that she is not. The first queen and wife found out how to live and be free. But the shadow of the castle still towered over her wherever she went, black and shaped like a dagger. Gradually, over many more years of trying to escape the past into the present, the tide started rolling in higher and higher. It still receded twice a day, but also twice a day it rose higher, inching closer and closer to the ruins of the castle and its inescapable shadow. Soon it is past the sand, past the grass, flooding the moat, approaching the walls, licking them with its salty, wet tongue. The watermark is higher, twice a day higher. The tide will flood the ruins, engulf them, submerge them, and never again recede. The ruins of the castle will be underwater forever and will no longer cast a shadow on anyone. Maybe, hopefully, she will finally escape the darkness. This poem is definitely about me, obviously. I am the person who escaped the castle. Thank goodness. I survived 22 years inside the stone walls. But the problem is I left those stone walls in 2003, and I'm still trying to heal from what happened in them inside that castle, and now it's 2025. And I said problem, and in one sense it is a problem, and in another sense it isn't a problem. It's just like, a lot of people don't understand why would I still need to do therapy, or why would I still talk about what happened to me back then. It was so long ago, and I have no contact with the person that I lived in that castle with, the king, as he thought of himself. And that's not part of, I have a completely different life now, and I'm very happy, but it is still shadowed by what happened inside the castle. Unfortunately, I'm still doing therapy, and I still have complex PTSD. And that's not the only traumatic thing that happened to me. Other traumatic things happened to me. And at the same time I was married, I was in a very toxic doomsday cult called the End Time Message, which follows the teachings of William Branham. And of course, that was very traumatic. And it was the marriage and the cult are very, very intertwined, because the cult was the one that gave him power over me. I wasn't raised to let a man be in charge of every inch of my body and every aspect of my life. I didn't grow up seeing that in anybody I knew, especially not my own mom and dad. But that's how I lived for 22 years. And that was because of the cult. So the cult and the marriage are totally intertwined. There's kind of no way of separating the two, because like when the cult made the marriage worse and the marriage made that whole 22 years almost unendurable. But I survived, and I'm here, and I'm happy, and I'm free. And that is so great. And even though, yes, I think I'm going to be working on my healing for the rest of my life to one degree or another. And I know that people that love me wish that that whole part of my life was over, you know, because they feel like I'm still living in it. And maybe one day the castle will be totally submerged under a water so deep that it will no longer cast a shadow on my life. I don't really know if that will ever happen. But at least as the years go by and as I heal more and more and more, I will have less of the shadow of the castle on me. So thank you very much. I would love to hear about your experiences. I absolutely love it when you guys leave me comments. And I want to turn this from a dialogue into a monologue. I'm sorry. Totally erase that part. I want to turn this from a monologue into a dialogue, not the other way around. Because I appreciate so much that you guys are watching my videos and, you know, giving me feedback. But I want to hear what your experiences are and your thoughts and your feelings. And I would love to just hear as much as possible from you guys as you want to tell me. And I will definitely respond. So thank you. And please give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel, and set the notifications so you get all the notifications whenever it will notify you every time I drop a video, if you set it to that, if that's what you want. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.